Hello, everybody. You're very welcome to Chatting Up the Irish with me. Tonight, I'm speaking to a very interesting man from Gorey in County Wexford. He is a master wood carver, and we'll be speaking about his creations, some famous people that he has done work for, his workshop, and a lot more. So, relax for about 30 minutes and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, here in Chatting Up the Irish. We are joined by a very interesting man from Gorey in County Wexford. His name is Stephen Sheridan. That's actually a very Sligo name, Stephen. Sheridan. We have a lot of Sheridans up in Sligo, but you're the other end of the country. You're down in Gorey in County Wexford. Now, first of all, before I let you talk, I'm going to tell some our listeners about what you do. You were a carpenter and now you're a wood carver. I'm dying to hear all the stories and what you do about wood carving. But Gorey, County Wexford is kind of the other end of the country from where I'm from. Tell us all about it. Tell us all about yourself and all the places
All
around
right.
the area.
Yeah. As you said, name is Stephen. I'm a carpenter by trade. I took up wood carving as a hobby in the local community school, and a couple of years ago, then I had a bit of an accident, so that kind of put an end to my wood carving career or my wood carpentry career,
Yeah.
and I kind of built up a business then from the wood carving.
Yeah. Gorey is very close to, how far away would it be from Glendalough and Waterford? And it's kind of
It's
central,
kind
isn't
of halfway between Glendalough,
it?
yeah, between central between Glendalough and Dublin and Waterford, so we're
And
close all around.
are you close to the Rock of Cashel?
No, I wouldn't be that close to that.
Oh,
No,
you're not, okay.
no.
But you have some beautiful things, you have some beautiful stuff around Gorey for people to visit.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot to do in Gorey.
Yeah,
There's a huge selection of restaurants and pubs. Now, granted, they're all closed at the moment, but
I know.
they are there.
Yeah.
And then just outside, we have Wells House, which is a very popular destination at the moment.
What is it?
And then Kiora Mini Park out the road. Wells House is um, it's an old kind of stately manor,
Oh, yeah.
and it has lovely wooded areas where you can walk and stuff like that. It does generate a big tourist trade.
Yeah. And can you go into the house?
It's
Do you
one
get
of
tours?
the
Is there
you can
tours?
do a tour of the house, yeah,
Yeah. Brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
That's near,
fabulous down there.
and is that near Gorey town itself?
It wouldn't be far from Gorey, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Kind of
so
halfway between Gorey and Wexford town. So
yeah. So Stephen, you started off. I'm always interested in woodworking and things like that. What would that be? Would that be joinery, or would it be making tables and chairs, or would it be, doing frames for windows and doors, or what exactly did you start off doing?
I started off as doing joinery, making stairs mainly,
Really?
and done some windows and some doors. I done that for a couple of years, and from there, then I left that and I went out on site work. So I was
And
doing
where would
roofing
you
and
have learned?
stuff like that.
Would you have learned to do the woodwork at school, or would you have gone to? Did you do an apprentice ship? Apprentice? How do you? What's that word? Apprenticing.
Apprenticeship.
Apprentice.
Apprenticeship.
I couldn't get it there for a minute. Oh God. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I done it in school for my leaving cert, and then I went on and I trained as an apprentice,
How long does that
and I
take?
done my apprenticeship in the joinery shop.
How long does that take to become a?
4 years.
Does it? Wow, Stephen, I
Yeah,
didn't realize that.
yeah, it's 4 years of training.
And would you have
I do.
would you have gone out on sites and learned it on, would you have would you have been in school all the time, or would you have gone out on the job and learned it?
No, the first year is half on site, half on the job, and half in college. Uh, Second year, then you do 10 weeks in college. The third year is 10 weeks in college, and then your fourth year then is all on the job.
Wow. So how long were you doing that for?
I done that. I worked in the joinery shop altogether for 5 years.
Okay. And then you moved on to, Were you always doing the craft work? Were you always doing the wood carving while you were doing the joinery as well, or did that come after?
No, I was always doing it. I always kept it up
Yeah.
as a hobby.
I'm looking at the chair you're sitting on, and it is absolutely magnificent. I obviously you did that.
Yeah,
How long did it take you to do
yeah. This is.
that?
Um, I think it was about 6 weeks.
Really, that all you would? I'd have thought that that would have taken.
Yeah,
I would have thought that that would have taken months to do.
no,
Wow.
it's about 6 weeks. Yeah,
And where would you get your designs for, Steve?
it's one of a pair.
Is it?
Um, yeah, this is the king's chair. It's a lot higher, and then the queen's chair was shorter but wider because the
Oh,
queen had a big flouncy dress, so the
yeah.
chair had to be wider.
Yeah. So talk to us about the designs on it.
Yeah, they're all Celtic designs, as you can see. I studied a little bit of art and stuff as well for the Leaving Cert, so that came into it. That I still use that a lot in my work,
Yeah.
and I just love the Celtic design work.
It is. It's
So that's
beautiful.
where it's from.
And
Yeah,
would you get any of that from, let's say, Book of Kells pages or anything like that?
yeah, a lot of it will be from the Book of Kells and stuff like that.
And
Even the likes of the Ardagh chalice and stuff like that, and
yeah,
Tarbroach.
yeah, it's beautiful. So, okay, could s- let's say if you were living over in Ireland, I suppose you could do it here as well. Could somebody commission you to do something like that?
Oh yeah, no
Okay.
problem. Yeah.
Are you listening, everybody? You could commission Stephen to make a chair like that for you. You could have the King's chair and you could have the Queen's chair over here in the United States of America. Why wouldn't that make a piece of furniture? Would you do, what other smaller items would you do, Stephen? Have you got any small items there that you can show us? Oh
The
my,
nameplates.
isn't that gorgeous? Wow, and all the Celtic knot around the
Oh,
Mia. Well, now, yes, I could actually commission you to do my name because my name is Mai.
the other way around.
But it's absolutely beautiful. Hold it up again, Stephen, so that people can see that, and let them see the artwork in the letters and above the letter. That is absolutely amazing. So. Ha, you do that old style with the chisel and with a mallet.
Yeah, it's all done by hand, by hammer and chisel. Yeah,
Wow. You don't
yeah.
use any machinery at all to do it.
No, no, no. It's all done the old way.
And had you any carpentry in your family?
No, none.
Really? Because that's an absolute gift. Have you any
Yeah,
artists in your family?
no. My
Really?
father's a mechanic.
Really? Isn't
Yeah,
that amazing, Stephen? Where
yeah.
did you come from?
I don't know. I've always had an interest in it and in art and stuff, so it just came from there.
What would you have done art-wise at school?
Um, like I'd have done art classes and stuff like that, but it was a little bit of pottery and a lot of drawing and stuff like that. But no woodworking.
No woodwork at all.
No.
Wow.
And then even down the woodwork classes, there was no carving or anything like that,
And how did you pick it up so then? Trial and error, was it?
I had a
Or?
teacher. No, it was a woodwork teacher. Uh, I stayed behind one evening, the man making something for himself, and he was starting to do a bit of carving. So I asked him, how does he do it? So I got about an hour and a half lesson with him, and kind of went from there. Then
Wow. And do you teach now yourself? Do you do any workshops or anything like that?
I teach in the community school here, where I learned. I'm back there now teaching in the evenings for adults classes.
That's brilliant. And the man that
Yeah,
taught you, was he still
and
alive?
then there's a youth reach program. Sorry,
The man that taught you, was he still alive?
he is. He's actually in Australia.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
So talk to me about the youth
yeah.
reading program.
Yeah, there's a youth reach program here in Gorey. It's for teenagers in kind of early 20s that left school early and are kind of lost their way a little bit. And I teach woodwork with them, and I do them bit of wood carving and stuff with them then as well.
That's fantastic
So
that
it's,
you're
I
passing.
suppose it's my way of giving back.
Yeah, it's fantastic that you're passing it on as well. And in this world of degrees and masters and all of that, the crafts are not being looked after enough in the education system. That's the way I feel. Like plumbers and electricians and carpenters and people like that. There's not enough people doing that.
No, no, not at all.
And I'd say it's probably hard to get carpenters now in this day and age, is it?
It is, yeah. It's hard to get kind of the next generation interested in it and keeping them interested.
Yeah. I wonder why.
A lot of them don't want the hard work.
I suppose that's it too. But the thing about it is, though, Stephen, you could go around the world with what you do and the gift you have. You could go around the world and you could make a good living anywhere.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
once
very
you
lucky
know how
to
to
know.
do it, yeah, once you know how to do that, and where in the world doesn't need a carpenter, and then
Yeah,
have you any more pieces there that you can show us?
I have a couple of
Oh,
these
wow.
are freestanding Celtic letters.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. So
Um, sorry.
you would, if somebody ordered, they could go to your website and order something like that from you, could they?
Yes, yes, of course.
Talk to us about your website.
Yeah, website is called High Cross Wood Carvings.
.com.
.com. It's the
Perfect.
common one.
Yeah. So would they be able to go
And
on that website and see what you do? Have you got pictures of stuff that you do on that website?
there's a gallery on it. You have stuff that I have created over the years, so it's grand.
Yeah.
There's a good selection of stuff on it as well.
You have sold pieces to people all over the world. It's fair, Korea even. What did you sell to people in Korea?
I went to Korea. I think it was some of them Celtic letters, actually.
Really? Because you've sold.
Yeah.
There's a big list here: California, Kentucky, Argentina, Australia, Germany, New York. So anyone who's listening, if you want a special gift for that special person, Stephen would carve it for you. You could get your name on. You know, they could do. You would take orders, wouldn't you, Stephen?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You'd
Take
send.
orders from anywhere.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you worked on a very special piece of furniture for a very famous family. Do you want to talk to us about how that came about? Talk to us about who it is, how it came about, and what you did.
Yeah. There's a local furniture company in Gorey here that make fitted furniture and stuff, and they're regarded as one of the top companies in Europe. They
Really?
have they make it in Gorey, and they have a showroom in Gorey, one in London, one in Monte Carlo,
Wow!
and one in Paris, I think. And commissioned by the Princess of Monaco to do a wardrobe for her. But part of the wardrobe had to have the Welsh Failures emblem. It's a sign of royalty or an emblem of royalty,
Yeah.
and they asked me to carve the feathers on it. So
So some of your work is over in the palace in Monaco.
it's in the princess's bedroom in Monaco.
Wow!
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
it is. Yeah, it's a nice achievement.
It is absolutely a nice achievement that you have something you worked on something that's in her bedroom. Fantastic. And how long ago was that, Stephen?
About 2 years ago now.
Wow. So do they get you to do some stuff like that now and again?
Yes, they do. Yeah. Um, some stuff is very detailed, and the machines can't do it to the detail they need. So I will be brought in then to finish it or detail it stuff for them.
That's fantastic. What other
Yeah.
pieces did you do for them?
Um, there was these lions' heads. They were about 5 inches across, inches in diameter, and they went on a kitchen in where did they go? I think they went to the Caribbean or somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, but before when I was finished with them, they were brought out to the workshop. They were fitted onto the cabinet doors, and then they were gilded in 24 karat rose gold or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Oh, is that a private piece for
crazy.
a private house?
Private house, yeah.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it cost thousands for each door.
Good
I
for
think I
them.
done 10 lines.
Wow. God is good for them that has the money to spend.
I couldn't afford it anyway.
I could, yeah. And so what sort of woods would you work with?
Uh, I work a lot with oak for the likes of the letters and stuff like that. I'd use beech or lime if I can get it. Lime is the nicest of them to use, but it's hard to get it.
And where do you get it?
But um, a lot of the time, someone will ring me and say, "Look, there's a tree that are coming down in a storm. Would you be interested in it, or something along those lines?" So I'd usually go to a farmer's place, put in a field, cut up a bit of a tree and bring it off and get it into a sawmill and get it going to planks for myself, and then let it dry, and then I can work with
So that's how you come across. You ever work with bog oak?
it.
That's bog oak there. Oh wow. Oh
Yeah,
look at the design on it. It's gorgeous. So ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who's watching, so what's the other wood that's in it? That's bog
it's
oak.
oak. That's bog oak and that's Irish oak.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
So there's the difference. Bog oak is where a tree or a part of a tree would have been buried in a bog. A bog over in Ireland is a place where you get what you call peat. The Americans call it peat. Stephen, the note has peat. We
yeah,
call it turf, and turf comes from a bog. And it was very funny. I have to tell you a funny story. The other day we were talking. Myself and my husband. He's American, but he spent a month in County Mayo. He wrote a book, and it was some of it was based in Ireland. So anyhow, we were chatting away in the kitchen, and he was talking about the walks he would take. It'd be he says, I don't know whether it was a 4 mile walk around the lake and around the peat fields, or whether it was a 7 mile walk. And when I heard him say the peat fields, I just burst out laughing because, it sounds funny to us. Now, when I'm here and I talk about the car park, people laugh at me because they call it the parking lot. Or when
yeah.
you talk about the tap or the boot of the car, or, there are all these different names. But when he came out with this, the peat fields, I thought it was hilarious. So, of course, I laughed, and I couldn't tell him why I was laughing. But if people when they're cutting turf, they cut turf or peat, and sometimes they will find the trees like oak buried in the bog, and it preserves it and it gives it dark
That
that
black and
dark
white.
look. And it's a rarity. Bog oak is expensive, isn't it?
It is, yeah, very expensive.
Yeah, there's a guy in Achill. I'm hoping that I can interview him. He is a bog oak. He does all these designs of swans and all sorts of birds and animals and everything. He carves them out. But it really is an amazing talent to have, Stephen. Are you married? Have you children? Are you passing it on to any?
I am married, yeah. Uh, good few years now. 13 years, I think it is. Um, two kids, boy and girl, but they're still young, so it's grand. Hopefully, one of them will take an interest in it.
It'd be great to pass it on because it really is a gift to have it. So
Yeah,
that. So what other woods would you use? That's the bog oak, red bog, and the bog oak. I'm talking about
that's
oak. That's the
yeah,
bog oak,
that's the bog oak, and then this one is that's just the native Irish oak.
Irish oak. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd use ash and beech and lime.
Yeah, I wonder what is lime the tree where the bark kind of peels off it now and again? No.
The easiest way to spot a lime tree is that there's usually a real bushy growth on the bottom of it.
All right. Okay.
There's a real rough bark on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ash, of course, is used in making barons. Did you ever try making a baron?
No, no, I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. I play baron, and my uncle used to make barons, but I'd be talking to Malachy Cairns. He's the baron maker in Roundstone in Galway.
Okay.
So he'll be telling me all about the baron making.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gift. It's a craft in itself as well. And there's another guy, Michael Vignoles, actually, who makes barons as well. So he's in Galway as well. Very nice man. And then again,
Okay.
you have a lot of people around Ireland that make instruments like guitars and bazookas and fiddles and things like that.
There is, yeah. Yeah.
That's the next thing you
But
can
I
progress
just
to.
I think I'll stay where I am.
Well, you do a fantastic job where you are. Absolutely. I mean, it'd be, I suppose,
Thanks very much.
like harp players now, for instance. Okay, here's a question for you. Supposing I had a harp and it was a very plain harp, would
Yeah.
you be able to, I don't know whether to change the sound on it, but would you be able to add design like that or, or do something with the harp? Would you be able to
You can add design to it, yeah. You can carve into it. It's
yeah,
just a matter uh, whether it would change the sound or not, I don't know.
yeah, I don't,
Um, I wouldn't be responsible for
no, yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's kind
But
of,
um, you can carve it, you can chip carve it, so you wouldn't be going really deep around in it.
yeah. It'd be kind of scary to take on something
So it
like that,
shouldn't
wouldn't
sound a whole lot then.
it?
You'd be signing the disclaimer first, I think.
Yeah. So where else? What else have you made and sent away? What kind of items do people look for?
um, it's mainly the nameplates and the Celtic letters and small stuff like that
Yeah,
because it's easy to send them and that.
yeah.
Um, okay, you'd get an order for something big, but it's very, very occasional.
And would you do animals or anything like that?
Um, I have I have done a few small things, but it's kind of for myself just to try it and that. I have never been commissioned to make an animal, or not yet, anyway.
Yeah. I thought it was lovely. I saw a set of 6 wooden egg cups. I thought it was absolutely lovely. It was,
Yeah, the egg cups are nice.
yeah. And you could do, I suppose you could probably do some sort of tea mugs and things like that with Celtic designs too and wood. Probably. I don't know.
You would, but I don't know how it'd be like for drinking tea with.
Yeah, that's the problem. It would probably be more kind of decorative.
Decorative, yeah, yeah. But you could do them. You can do anything really.
Yeah. And have you a limit? Let's say if people wanted to, for instance, if somebody wanted to commission you to make a chair like that to send it over to America, have you a limit on the size of piece that you'd work on, or have you? Is there a limit on what you'll do for people depending on how far away they are from you, or
No, I haven't come to that limit yet, anyway.
yeah, you have gone up to is up north to even do work for people, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done a couple of craft fairs and stuff up north, and then there's a craft shop up in Armada I deal a bit with as well, so it keeps me busy.
Yeah, that's. And have you any place in Dublin or around your area that takes your work as well?
Um, no, believe it, I don't actually. I kind of keep myself to myself around here.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of lads around here that do wood turning and stuff like that, and we all know each other. We all work together at times, but we'll all have our own separate shops.
Okay. So, and have you an actual woodwork shop? Have you a workshop?
I have a workshop here beside the house. Yeah.
And would you allow the likes of me with a gang of Americans to come in and watch you work? If ever I get back home again with my tours.
Yeah, there's no problem at all.
Yeah, I'd love to do that because that would be very interesting to watch you actually create something. Even a nameplate, it would be fantastic to bring a group to your workshop and let them see you create something amazing like that. We'll have to organize that, Stephen.
All right,
But
no problem at all.
in the meantime, Stephen, people can go on your website. What's the website name again? It's High
High
Cross
cross wood
High
carvings.
Cross Wood Carvings, and is that highcrosswoodcarvings.com?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay. So if people wanted to see your work, everybody, I would advise you strongly to go to highcrosswoodcarvings.com and have a look at all of Stephen's material and all of his work. It really is fantastic. It would make a very unique gift for a birthday or for a wedding present even. It would be a fantastic gift. And you would send the stuff over. You'd send the order over, Stephen. Would you talk to people? Let's say if I was ordering something from you now,
Oh
um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
do I actually pick up a phone and speak to you and just, do you talk to people about what they want, or do they just pick something from the website and then you do it for them?
No, what I can do is I can arrange to do like a Zoom meeting with people and kind of go through their design ideas and stuff like that. Then with them, I can work out, and then I'd have to kind of go away and work out price and then come back to them.
Perfect. And you can advise them on the wood, the type of wood that you'd be using or that they'd want used, or
Yeah, yeah, there's no problem there. It usually depends on what the client wants and where it's going and things like that, whether it's indoors or outdoors, or if they're trying to match it with something else.
oh, so you would do outdoor items as well.
Yeah, house signs and stuff like that.
Oh, brilliant.
They're used for outdoor house. Yeah, um, you can do them like the Mia sign. You can have a nice bit of detail, Celtic detail and stuff in them.
And do you do crests, family crests?
Family crests and that stuff. Yeah, there's
Oh
see
wow.
that.
Oh wow. Oh,
That's the Wicklow JA crest.
were you commissioned to do that?
So we can do something like that. No, this is just me messing around.
It's fantastic. That would be really
So
a
we
unique gift
do.
for anyone.
It is, yeah. You can do any of the crests, JA, soccer, American football, anything really.
Or family names.
Family names, yeah,
That would be a
anything like
great
that.
wedding present. That would be a great wedding present to get a family
Yeah,
name crest, or the two names together, or the two crests together.
yeah. I've done a few of them. Um, they look really well actually when they're
Yeah.
done.
And would you varnish them or would you just leave it raw?
No, I have to varnish them and I have to seal them before I can send them for customs.
Oh, really?
Have to be sealed before they're allowed through. So
Well, that's brilliant, Stephen. What time is it? How are we doing it? Oh my God, would you believe that we're 30 minutes chatting already? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The next time I'm bringing a tour down, that we're going down that general way, I will contact you and I'll bring them in. We'll organise. You might be. No, I better not say that. I was going to say you might be one of my secrets, but now you're not going to be one of my secrets because I've just told everybody. That's why Secret Ireland tours, I always pop in a secret into the tours. We either go somewhere that's not on
All right.
the itinerary, or we do something that's not on the itinerary, or we see something that's not on the itinerary. But I've just blown it now, so you're not going to be one of my secrets, Stephen. So thank you so much for coming to chat with me.
That's grand.
Secret Ireland Tours has sponsored this program. It was great to talk to Stephen from Gorey, who is an amazing craftsman. And as I said before, highcrosswoodcarvings.com. Have a look at it, have a look at his work, and you'd never know, you might find the most unique gift to give somebody. And Stephen will look after you from there. Thanks again, Stephen.